Okay, between episodes, I did a lot of work. I'm just gonna say I've probably been on here for like an hour and a half before even clicking the record button. I modified some things so this works. I've seen it grow a tree. I eat. There should be nothing that stops it. So this is on a redstone clock to go up and down. That's pretty much based on our last iteration where I left you off from last episode. But we have a windmill bearing just going around and doing all its stuff. It's depositing saplings here, like, it'll deposit anything that doesn't need to be washed right here, and the stuff that does need to be washed here, which come around, go out there. Pretty sure, actually, I'm pretty sure this is actually supposed to, yeah, output berries. Yeah, that's outputting berries. So, berries go out there. It'll make the rejuvenate. It'll make the saplings. All I need to do is get the saplings from there onto this belt, which shouldn't be bad. I pray to God, because that is the last thing we need to do before just waiting. I didn't want to have this be a 2 hour long episode, so that's why I did stuff off camera, but plus I also did a bit more building. I made some building wands, which make things a lot easier. You know, I do not want to toss in my rolls. Yeah, they're sweet rolls, not cinnamon, I guess. But also, I eventually want to automate these so we have food. For the moment, I'm not even going to worry about this for right now. But we just need to get some more belts, which we cooked like a ton of stuff a little while back. I think it was the last episode or the episode before that. Ooh, and I'm getting murdered by this. Because I think, oh, it's going slow, I don't need to worry about it. And then, yep. Okay, yeah. So, those, oh. I do not know what happened. I think I just may have accidentally clicked down there. I don't know. But so actually, we just need to get into this chest. So I'm going to do something incredibly stupid. But it should work. So I'm simply going to take it like that. Actually, I may tap that back by one. I clicked with the. Actually, no, I don't think I can. So, actually, yeah, I'll just go based on there. So I can get that reversed. We're just gonna have, because belts can go diagonal. So just up. And I've got a gold funnel. I think I'm, no. Let's send them pretty far, actually, so. My jetpack's out of fuel, and I didn't think to refuel it. But toss. Actually, I don't think I physically can toss them back in, but I can, however, tell it to just filter the recipe, and I think it will just plop it on. So now this will continue onward, to where we don't want it ending right there, but we have chutes. I can just shoot that down. I think if I just toss that on. Yep, that goes down there and loops back here. To where whenever these come down, it will take that. I do not have that going anywhere though. The crystallized mineral chunks. Because I don't really need them. But I do have to get rid of them, so I'm going to add them to this filter. So they just ultimately end up in this chest, which is a gold chest, so it's pretty big, it'll last a while. Yeah. So I've got some rejuvenated shrubs and the berries, so I'm going to simply, I just put these in its inventory, stuff should loop around. So it'll take a little while, but if I'll just try to stand on here. So first it's going to mate with the one right over there, and it will deposit off the berries onto that track and the rejuvenated saplings onto that one. So that is going to connect. Look, yep. And I see berries that's mixing, and things are going. Yeah, they just immediately went. So now when this comes down, these join and transfer more saplings over. So now we are gathering wood and the crystal chunks in there. Everything else is being used in the process. So we can finally move on from this hellish project. Well, actually, no, we don't, because our next project is involving it. But I'm going to take a... I do not think my sanity can handle that, so I'm going to just get my backpack empty and get ready for actually what we're going to use that wood for. So, because the rest of the stuff we need the wood for is a much simpler process. So we simply need to get a couple saws, which we have extra of. So, we need mechanical saws. Mm, So, my ultimate goal with this is make infinite of all the, like, of mechanisms, because it's kind of a pain to craft them, and I want to be able to actually continue moving on, and the other base is too laggy at the moment to really support that. So, now we've simply got our items in a chest right there, which I can real easily get over, but we... I'm just gonna take a deep breath now. I'm just glad we're done with that. So we need to get the wood from there, and yeah, I'm gonna grab some more scaffolding to add that out. We'll take it out. We will saw it down first to get the stripped planks, then saw it down again to get, yeah. So from normal logs to stripped logs to planks to slabs, which since we're doing it with saws has a higher efficiency rate. So I just completely blanked on what I was gonna grab. But actually, I should probably. I keep accidentally chucking these in. So I think there's something I can do to favorite something, but yeah, shift. No, I'll just chuck them in there. So we'll need 3 saws along a belt, because the thing is that's really nice about the saws. If you send something along them that is just like an item that will get cut multiple times, it will cut it up in all the right way. But I will need to tell it which recipe to make. So actually, yeah, well, I've got enough mineral chunks. That's why I wasn't worried about keeping those, because we've already got something making infinite of them from the resin recipe. So we just need shafts and cogs. And the scaffolding, I just remember. I hate that. It just, the moment I walk away, and that's not how you spell it, so I'll just grab 2 stacks. I'll extend off here. The main thing I'm thinking about is if it's possible to make the gold chest a double chest, and then using that as like that thing to continue building off of. Because I've got plenty of golden chests from like ripping down the old storage system. I might as well just go grab one. And I'll test seeing if I can get out. So yeah, chest. Sorry if for me being a bit like spacey. I'm just a bit tired. It's pretty much just trying to get this going without mentally hating myself. And I remember a few. Okay, they cannot. I'll go to sleep real quick. Yeah, but this mod pack is much harder than I knew just going into it. Plus, I'm much worse at this than I thought I was, so that was a bit in over my head, but that's fine. I can learn from these things. So, we've got all this stuff, so we simply need to take these pretty much and put them in a line. I think I can just do them continuous like that. So then we just put, yeah, 2 belts at each end. And then I'll do another belt just straight across because that'll power all of these. So I'll take a mineral log, I'll strip it. So I can set the recipe. So firstly, it will turn into a stripped log, then planks, then slabs, then we will have another chest here. I'm running low on funnels. That's another. Yeah, machine. I do have an andesite and a brass machine. So I'm just gonna chop these both up. Cause that's the only real thing I need to get from them. So nothing should get through this without passing through it. How should I get power to this? Because I'm gonna go through the, like, underground route. So just cog. Yeah, but I do need another belt. Because I stole the one that used to be there not really long ago. It's in between. So now, Minecraft and my computer in general just had issues. I think I just may have messed something up, but I'm blanking on where the clip probably left off. But so that got finished. Everything got hooked in. This works. Now we're moving on to minerals, actually processing the logs. So we've got them right here. We just need to get them somewhere over here. I'm building out this, so I'll have a nice little area for it. It's just certain parts have just decided to be uncooperative for no reason besides that they just want to be annoying. So, no, give me a second to make it dayfully again. I've just forgot it's Minecraft. I've done that several times. It's just in one of the other games I play, C lets you uh crouch and slide, which is very fast. So I've been playing that a lot. So mixed up bindings. Yeah, it's fine. Just hope it doesn't happen too much. Okay. So I've got all the stuff we need. So pretty much it's just saws, saws, and saws. There isn't pretty much a ton more I can say. It's saws. You kind of know what to expect. Okay, but I've got a majority of what I want. But so I'm thinking taking the stuff over here. So this is going upwards. I'm thinking of breaking this and moving those and getting out the shafts to move this over. Got plenty of belts to do what I need with them. So I'm thinking I'm going to bring this up decently high. Have the first saw just like off the edge right here. So, yep. As I don't want it upside down, so yeah, I'll just rotate it. I don't think I went high enough. I'm also gonna grab some smart chutes so I can. Yeah, so normal chutes and smart chutes. So basically, just what I need to do is once I have this. Actually, I'm just gonna build past this because really I'm gonna have a second floor pretty much anyway. I might as well, like, have it. So, I should not have done that yet. So, guess we've got our wood, but all this stuff is it's also out of the way enough that it shouldn't affect that. I'm thinking it just goes up this really long climb, which I'm gonna build scaffolding up to. Or I'm just gonna single saw just right here. I'm gonna. Oh, and I'm realizing I can just take this and if I can just do this. This'll work. So now we've got a saw functioning. But now we need to get it to the next saw. So we just do it like that. And we'll also need to tell it which recipe to use. So first one, we're going to strip the logs. I'm sort of just going to progress down with cogs. I didn't. Yeah, I'm trying to do as best I can to not break too much stuff. So yeah, got that going. Then put that going. Now we get that. Probably didn't need to build that as high as I did, but honestly, building higher is better than building too low. And this is... Yeah. So now, Monreal. I don't know why I pronounced it like that just now, but... So we get it right there. No. Rotate it because I'm picky. So now we just set these to be the same filter. Now we need to grab a chest because I forgot that. But this will be quick since we've actually got everything here now. It was so much worse at the other base. So now we just... Oh, I've got a... Not meaning that direction, but... So I think here's where I've got to start. Okay, no, it was the other place. So that's... Yep, like that. So we get this just a tad off. And all I need to do now is I'm going to feed something into this system before I destroy it. So a couple logs. Yep, that's good. Okay. It looks like this tower is gonna have to be built at a slant. Okay. That's better than than the last time. But I'm also going to make this a tad lower so it's not impossible to get to. So I'll just hit that down a couple times. What I can do is I've got brass funnels. So I can just take mechanical saw straight off this using like just a stray thing to stand on. Get that one. Get that one. And then the last one will just go onto a depot, which will then feed into the chest. So 8, just grab them all. Oh, didn't even notice that sort of formed a cross over there. I can't. If I grab the redstone, I can sort of loop that around. I can also just link those and make sure I don't starve to death. Okay, so this is a lot less steep than the last one. Okay, so this has those, that, that, that. I've got. Okay, and I. Luckily, I don't think it dumped to anything I can't access. Yeah, but I think, yeah, it just dumped those. Oh, and the cogs. Yeah, this got my diamond axe, and the other one got everything else. It is pitch black over there, so I could just nab a torch from over closer to my bed, but actually, yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Or just I may just hold one in my offhand. So, just that. So now, place that. Try not to die. Then I'm going to grab logs. Hopefully. Okay. Okay, that. Okay, it's deciding to be a pain again. Time to work on these. Okay. Okay. So now, will it continue on to this, or will it... Okay, it's going on. Okay. It'll ride the roller coaster of doom and despair. That's why I'm calling this. So now it gets turned into planes. And off we go again. Going to just use that to get a reference point, because I've got to break this anyways. So now, get another belt. Takes that down. Which then has this little part. Okay, and I was able to like click just on like the edge of a pixel to that one. So now got to put that down. Finally, we can hopefully have this make our mineral slab. Hopefully, by like the grace of God, this works. I'm just gonna place that there. I'm assuming it will work. Am I hopeful? Yes. Am I delusional? Probably. So it goes onto there. Gets sawed. Gets sawed again. Then it goes down again. And it's gonna take its turn sawing, but it works. Oh, it works. And they are arriving in the chest. Okay. Finally, it something functions in this abomination. So now, all I've got to do is take this. I'm just gonna tell it exactly one. So we have the nice tidy little stream going here. I'm going to destroy this platform. Every last bit of it. But we have got slabs automated. That is amazing. So we're done with that farm. And this unnecessary abomination. So things are slowly trickling in. We have got andesite over here being made. This one over here. It's andesite. So we get andesite. And we have got mineral planks. All we need is to make some saws and get something bringing the stuff down here up, which is just over this way. The main problem is it's a bit too far for a belt, and it's a bit too steep for a train. Though I may just go with the train because that oh you just I'm just gonna dig into the dirt and pretend that never happened. For a second I thought it had taken it. I'm just gonna I can pick this all up. I'm just gonna check this in the storage system. This was all planned. This was all planned. Definitely not. And I've got this. So this guy, I don't think he's told to do anything really, but what we have been, the wood's been getting split. Actually, no, it's just been going into being burned. Something got broken in this, and I don't know what. Actually, no, it's just I've got no clue what I did. I probably did something really stupid. But also, I have to go check up on the tree farm. Yeah, which is doing pretty well. Has nowhere to place those sticks though, so. But I think that's where I'm gonna call it for this episode. Because, like, I do not have the mental capacity to finish this today. We got a ton working. So, next episode, between episodes, I am probably going to expand this wall and these platforms to get a more pretty much complete area mapped out. But this is the results of our labors. Got these producing, and this tree can grow. It's good. These just go off every once in a while, and this trees continue on. It is backed up by this one though, so I probably could do some stuff, but to speed it up, but I don't need to at the moment. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you hopefully next episode where we have something less boring to do. But thank you for sticking with me throughout this journey that's just been difficult.